We are here. Hello, everybody. I'd like to welcome those of you that just finished the Mets and the Cubs, and we've got some more baseball for you as we have the Padres. I'm taking over and taking over the rest of this game, and we'll see because I'm not even there yet. But it's 6-0. The Padres leading the Brewers. The Padres walked it off last night, and yeah. So it's been a rough night for the Brew Crew. As William Contreras will be coming to the plate as he delivers, that's going to be in there for a called strike. Again, I do apologize. I don't have any, warm-up, no nothing. We're just kind of going at it right now. 0-1 count to William Contreras. Here's the pitch. That's going to be inside, and it's 1-1. PS Network is in the house. Thank you again, Pure Adrenaline, for the redirect. Again, I was covering this. I was covering the same game you guys were. PS, what a game! It was a great game. It was a great game. You guys should be so proud. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be cut on and hit to center, and that's going to be caught for out number 1. Draven, how's it going? Gina, how's it going? Yeah, no, guys, how's it going? I appreciate you guys hanging out. Again, I just covered the same game you guys did, and it was a great game. You guys should be very proud. You guys are now in sole possession of that wild card spot. This is Sal Frelick at the plate. He's 0 for 1. It doesn't update yet, as that's going to be in there for a called strike. Brewers started some guy they brought up in the minors. Not surprised. Oh, man, that's rough. That is rough. Oh, thank you again. Appreciate it. Appreciate all you guys hanging out. 1-1 count. They didn't I'll catch you a bit later. Oh, the Cubbies won. Yeah, they did. 1-1. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit to the left, and that's going to go foul. Again, I'm sorry. I'm catching up with you guys. Let's see. RC, what's going on? So happy. Yeah. No, I know the Mets again. You guys should be very proud. Hopefully the Pirates can help you guys out some more, as, again, we have the Reds the next 2 days. But I don't know. Again, the Reds are very good against the Pirates in Cincy, as that's going to be upstairs 2-2. Hi for PS. Hope you're doing well. Thank you, James. Again, I really do appreciate Pure Adrenaline. As always, very supportive of the channel. Very supportive of the channel. I really do appreciate him. 2-2. Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside, ball 3. And again, if there's any of my viewers still here from the, I sent my viewers here as well. I don't know how many stayed, but, because it's an East Coast game. But definitely subscribe to Pure Adrenaline Sports, as he struck him out looking. And we'll try the 3D out. You know what? I'm not going to try it out because I said I wouldn't. Not for this one, unless I get requests. That'll bring up Caleb Durbin's batting .264, OPS of 738, 11 homers, and 53 RBIs. That you're doing Meds Cup. This guy. That just ended, Trisk. Yeah, I got to keep the fingers crossed there, Gina. As Vasquez kicks and deals, that's going to be hit to right, and that's going to go foul. George still here. Appreciate you. Yeah, no break for me. I do have my water, though. 0-1 count to Durbin. Padres all over the Brewers as Vasquez kicks and deals. That's going to be cut on and hit foul yet again. 0-2 count. Oh and 2 to Caleb Durbin. Vasquez shakes his head, doesn't like it. Kicks and deals anyway. That's going to be once again fouled back. You going to watch a movie? Hey, take care, man. Appreciate you again for stopping on by. Appreciate you. Once again, an 0-2 count to Caleb Durbin. Vasquez with the long, just stare down at the catcher. And he's going to step off or something. What spot in the order? We are in spot number 6. Caleb Durbin is batting 6th. And I do apologize. I actually just started covering this game late, as the game I was originally covering went very late. As here's the 1-2. That's going to be low, and it's 2-2. So 2-2 count to Caleb Durbin. Again, a lot here on the line here is the 2-2. That's going to be chopped foul. You say that, but again, the Padres still have a shot at the NL West. The Brewers pretty much have the number. I mean, you could say they have the number one seed locked in for the most part. They're well, maybe not. They're up 2.5, but or about a game and a half actually. No, 2.5. As here's the 2-2. That's a ground ball to the pitcher. Tosses it to first for out number 3. As it just seems like the Brewers don't have any chance tonight. We head to the bottom of the 4th. The Padres lead 6-0. Folks, again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure again to like and subscribe. Again, I apologize just now starting covering this game, but I will figure it out as we go along. And it looks like it's been all Padres so far. 6 runs, 5 hits for the Padres. Nothing really for the Brewers. 1 hit and an error. Oklahoma State Cowboys. Yeah, I saw that. Mike Gundy is done, which honestly, he really wasn't all that great, to be honest with you, last few years. I want to go to the 3D. To be honest, I'm kind of liking it. I'll enjoy it while I can. No, I'm not. I'm not going to do it. I like it, though. Due up for the Padres will be Fermin, McCoy, and Arias. Freddie Fermin, again, came over from the Royals. The Royals at the All-Star break, or pretty much right after the All-Star break. What's up, Dr. Lay? How's your day? It's been tiring. It's been very tiring. Just kind of hanging in there. I realized that my YouTube is all... Yeah, when I backed out earlier, for some reason it messed up a lot. I probably shouldn't have done that. But oh well, I'll fix it later. But again, I do appreciate you guys hanging out. Make sure again to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Again, it's a growing channel, so definitely get ahead of the curve and just go ahead and subscribe now, because you're going to subscribe to it later for sure. Mom surprised me with some of her good cooking at bowling. Oh, very nice, very nice, very nice. Can't remember. It's been a good bit since I've had some of my parents cooking. Trisk is a really good cook. My mom is as well. They're very good. All right, Fermin takes it all the way. That's going to be in there for a called strike. This is Zimmerman on the mound. Again, I'm not familiar with him. Zimmerman kicks and deals. That's going to be in the dirt, ball 1. Cisco, how's it going? Yeah, just got here. I know I'm starting late. I started in the top of the 4th. The Mets-Cubs game went, and it was a very good game there. So I do apologize. Don't know how it's been going other than the score. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be hit to center. And that's going to be caught for out number 1. Still just clearing out some things. That'll bring up Mason McCoy, who's 0 for 1 on the night. It's batting 167, OPS of 472, no homers, 1 RBI. Leo Bala, hey, Dr. Lay, PS Crew. Yes, I know. Hey, I very much appreciate Pure Adrenaline. Very much appreciate him for sure. Here's the pitch. That's going to be upstairs for ball 1. Did you get a turkey at cooking with bowling? This guy. Spares left over here. Hilarious. Here's the pitch. That's a grounder to third. Durbin has it. Throws to first for out number 2. 2 away for the Padres. And that'll bring up Luis Arias. He's batting .288, OPS of 712, 8 homers, 61 RBIs. He's 2 for 2 tonight. as Zimmerman sets, kicks, and deals. Taking all the way, that is upstairs for ball one. Again, Arias will totally just check out of a pitch, not even just do anything, just stare at it. 1-0 count as Zimmerman rocks and fires. That is upstairs, and it's 2-0. To Luis Arias. And the Padres leading 6-0 over the Brewers. As here's the 2-0. That's going to be way outside, and it's 3-0. Pirates have lost 15 of the 31 starts made by Paul Skeens. Yeah, that sounds about right, Christopher. That's going to be in there for a called strike. 88 on the sinker. Arias taking it all the way. 3-1 count. Zimmerman rocks and fires. That is upstairs, and it's ball 4. And Arias gets on with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Xander Bogaerts coming to the plate, batting .261, OPS of 714, 10 homers, and 49 RBIs. He's 0 for 2 on the night. We want to see a Pirates sweep. Oh, man. That's asking a lot. We'll see tomorrow. Again, I'll be doing that one, the Pirates-Reds. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a grounder to third. Throws to second for the force for outs number 3. Nothing doing for the Padres. As we head to the top of the 5th, the Padres, of course, leading by a touchdown, 6-0. They're pending the extra point. Folks, again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Again, it's a growing channel, folks. Just crossed 1,000 Saturday night. It was a great night. I do appreciate you guys, of course. So, yeah, if you're a football fan, baseball fan, definitely subscribe. Again, it's free. You won't have to pay a dime. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's see here as I do appreciate you guys for just clicking on the live stream. It really does help this little channel a lot. Of course, a thank you to all the members and, of course, the donors. I do thank you guys very, very much. You guys have been very grateful to me, or I'm very grateful to you. Terrible English there. I'm very grateful for you guys, and I don't know, it's very nice. Of course, Coffee Beans and Eduardo Hernandez are the Scoreboard sponsors. So, again, thank you guys so much for sponsoring this segment. So, the Marlins have actually taken the lead over the Phillies in extras. That is pretty insane to me. So, the Marlins lead 5-3 over Philadelphia. That is potentially some breaking news there if the Marlins win, keeping their season kind of alive. I don't know. I mean, the Mets winning, that kind of slams the door on them. Twins leading the Rangers 4-1. The Dodgers lead the Diamondbacks 1-0. Diamondbacks trying to stay alive as well. Rockies 1, Mariners 0. That could be a crazy upset, but the Rockies always seem to blow it later. The Royals leading 3-0 over the Angels. Giants lead 5-3 over the Cardinals. Astros 1, A's 1. Orioles over the Rays 6-0. Indians over the Tigers 5-2. Pirates over the Reds 4-2. Yankees over the White Sox 3-2. Red Sox over the Blue Jays 4-1. Taking all the way. Vasquez has to wait for the batter Bowers to get things going, so that pitch won't count. Braves over the Nationals 3-2, and the Mets. Again, that was a crazy game, 9-7 over the Cubs. That was amazing. All right, here's the pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Again, this is Jake Bowers batting .234, OPS of 748, 7 homers, and 27 RBIs. 0-1, that's going to be outside, and it's 1-1. 1-1 count to Jake Bowers. Vasquez kicks and deals. That's going to be outside, and it's 2-1. I don't know. I feel like maybe I just need to do 3D. The more I just think about it, folks, I know I keep talking about it. I'm going to give it a shot. Here's the 2-1. That's a swing and a miss. And it's 2-2. Let me go ahead and get the MLB Game Day app on my phone. 2-2 count to Jake Bauers. Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside, and it's 3-2 again. That pretty much is going to be a replay of what I just said. It's going to be a pitch behind. As it's 3-2 to Bauers. Vasquez rocks and fires. That's going to be chopped off his foot. And the count is still 3-2. Alan says, fathers. A little lost there, Alan. Not too sure what's happening there. Again, a 3-2 count to Jake Bauers. Again, he walked earlier. Vasquez rocks and fires. That's going to be a tapper to short. Bogarts throws to first, gets him by a step for out number 1. So 1 away for the Brewers, and that will bring up Blake Perkins, batting .227, OPS of .654, 3 homers, 19 RBIs. He's 0 for 1 in this one. As Vasquez kicks and deals. That's going to be outside ball 1. Man, I'm a little bit tired, folks. I do apologize. But I will make it. As Vasquez kicks and deals. That is going to be outside, and it's 2-0. Again, the Brewers down 6-0. Feel like it's been rare that I see the Brewers losing. 2-0, here's the pitch. That's a ground ball to short. Bogarts throws to first, gets him by a step for round number 2. Yelich, I'm assuming you're talking about Christian Yelich. He's batting first. We're at the 9th batter right now. This is Joey Ortiz. He's 0 for 1. He's batting .231, OPS of .596, 7 homers and 45 RBIs. That water bottle is done. Vasquez kicks and deals. That's going to be in there for a called strike. And it's 0-1. 0-1 count. Vasquez rocks and fires. That is in there for a called strike. 0-2. Count. Vasquez delivers. That's going to be fouled off the catcher's mask. Fermin's going to need a moment. Again, if you're just joining us, the Padres leading 6-0 over the Brewers. And again, I do apologize. I had it scheduled for 8:40 my time. Ended up going on at 9:40 because of the Mets-Cubs game going. It was a very good game, and it lasted a good bit. Did not think I would miss a lot, really. But it was a treat for sure. 0-2 count. Vasquez kicks and deals. That is way outside, and it's 1-2. 1-2 to Ortiz. Yeah, Trisk is a really good bowler, folks. If you need a teammate for bowling, definitely ask him. As that's a ground ball to second. That's going to be tossed to first for out number 3. Man, the Brewers not looking good as we head to the bottom of the 5th. Padres leading 6-0 over the Brewers. Folks, again, appreciate you guys hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already, folks. Again, it's a growing channel, so definitely do it, and do it now. Again, if you like football, baseball, this is what I call. I call these pretty much games. Again, it's a lot of Pirates, but of course the Pirates are coming to an end, and I'll be doing a lot of MLB going forward, or MLB postseason. So yeah, no, definitely subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. What is going on with the Brewers? Right now they don't look good. They really don't. Again, only one hit on the night. That's Christian Yelich. I don't know if he let off the game with that or that was just it. But yeah, they have a couple of walks. But again, it's been a rough one. I'll go back to this. We'll go back to this. Let's go ahead and move you over here. Let's move this to my channel because I don't have that. Did hear Rudy Johnson? I heard about that. Yeah, I can't believe Rudy Johnson passed away. Rudy Johnson, a running back for the Bengals in the 2000s. I didn't hear how he passed, Nick. But yeah, I heard about that. I couldn't believe it. I mean, he's got to be only in his 40s. Rudy Johnson, no, Trisk. I mean, maybe there was another Rudy Johnson, but Rudy Johnson, the running back that I'm thinking of, was playing in the 2000s there, Trisk. All right, this is Gavin Sheets, batting .255, OPS of .759, 19 homers, 70 RBIs. As Zimmerman kicks and deals. That is upstairs, and it's called a strike. Not really a good call, to be honest. Oh, and 1 count. Here's the pitch. That's a grounder to first. And Bowers will step on the bag for out number 1. So down goes Sheets, and that will bring up Ramon Laureano. Spending .283 OPS of .860, 24 homers, and 76 RBIs. He's 1 for 2 in this one. Zimmerman kicks and deals. Breaking ball that is outside for ball 1. 2002. Okay. Well, yeah, that sounds about right. But yeah, I was shocked. 1-0 count. Zimmerman kicks and deals. That's going to be in there for a called strike, and it's 1-1. 0-1. Oh, was he 0-1? 2-0 count. Zimmerman. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit to left, but it's right to the left fielder for out number 2. And that'll bring up Ryan O'Hearn, who's 2 for 2. He's batting .277, OPS of .800, 17 homers and 62 RBIs. He was 45. Don't know the details, but sad. Yeah, he was young. I know. I can't believe it. Grew up watching him. Here's the pitch. That's going to be upstairs, and it's ball 1. 1-0 count to Ryan O'Hearn. And the Padres, if you're just tuning in, all over the Brewers. Brewers don't look good tonight. 6-0. Here's the pitch. That's going to be chopped foul. How do you decide whether to say kicks and deals or rocks and fires? Chris, great question. Appreciate it. It's random. It's most of the time it's kicks and deals. I usually in the past have said rocks and fires, like when it's like 2 strikes. But tonight I think I'm just going random tonight. Here's the 1-1, and that's going to be outside, but it's called a strike. I like the question. You're paying attention. I like it. 1-2 count to O'Hearn, but yes, in the past streams, that's rocks and fires is a 1-2. As he rocks and fires, that's a chopped to the pitcher. Zimmerman's going to toss it to first for out number 3. Nothing doing there. Ever since I've joined this game, it's been nothing doing. As we head to the top of the 6th, it's 6-0. Padres and Brewers. Thumb. Let's see, what do I think I think I have like the thumb barely in. I have no idea. Yeah, the new age bowlers. Yeah, my buddy, he doesn't use the thumb either. He gets in the 200s. I don't know how in the world. I forgot how to. Yeah, I don't know how to do all this again. There we go. That's what I want. Yeah, that's what I need. Okay. Anyway, folks, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. This is what I do, folks. I call games. And I wasn't really couldn't get in the flow of this one because, again, I was covering the Mets and the Cubs. That was pretty fun. That was a pretty fun game. So, yeah, I do definitely appreciate you guys for hanging out for part 2. But, yeah, again, tomorrow I'll be working a half day, so I'll be back in time for the final game of the Brewers-Padres series. And then after that, hopefully, again, that doesn't bleed into the Pirates-Reds. But I feel like it will, and if it does, oh well. But, yeah. But the final Pirates game of the season for me is going to be Thursday. I'll try to make a post about it so I can get all the Pirates fans there. If not, it is what it is, but yeah. Cheers, love the comment. Thank you, Chris. Again, I appreciate it. I try. It's all fake, but yeah. it's all imitation. All right, this is Yelich it's a ground ball to first. I thought that was a replay. They were showing a bunch of replays, and then Yelich grounds it out to first. Okay, well, geez, that was kind of quick. Again, it's really been what's been happening since I've joined. It was a long, apparently 3 innings of baseball. But since I've joined, it's been very quick. This is Jackson Chourio, who's 0 for 2. Vasquez kicks and deals. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Batting .271, OPS of .771, 20 homers and 77 RBIs. As Vasquez begins the windup and the pitch. That's a grounder to short. Bogarts throws to first for out number 2. Very quickly, 2 outs. Like I said, it's been quick. 2 away, and that'll bring up Bryce Terang. He's batting .285, OPS of .789, 18 homers, and 77 RBIs. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. As Vasquez delivers, and that's going to be outside, but it's called a strike. Oh, and 1 count. Vasquez delivers, and that's going to be low, and it's 1-1. Very efficient day for Vasquez. 17, 18, 19, 16, 15, and 5. That's his pitches per inning. That's going to be in there for a called strike, and it's 1-2. And Terang's going to ask for time. Last night, the atmosphere in the Brewers-Padres game was just electric. Now, of course, it was back and forth. It was a close game, the whole game, not a blowout. So that's probably why. But man, last night was a great game. As that's way inside, and it's 2-2. Jackson Churio's name made sure it was this guy, Chourio. 2-2 count as Vasquez rocks and fires. That is going to be in the dirt, and it's 3-2. Contreras is on deck. Vasquez delivers. That's going to be hit to left. And Sheets jogging on over and makes the catch for out number 3. Again, very quickly. Since I've joined here, it's been just nothing but quick outs. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Your score. Padres 6, Brewers nothing. Maybe they just want me to go to bed. That's fine. Last night I was pretty tired as well. Again, folks, appreciate it. Make sure you get to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Again, this is what I do, folks. I call games. So, again, if you like baseball, football, definitely leave a like and definitely subscribe to the channel. As, again, this is what I pretty much do. So, yeah, if you like football, you like baseball, definitely subscribe to the channel. And I really have nothing for you. I'm very sorry. I didn't really get in the flow of this game because, again, I joined kind of late in the fourth. But it's been pretty much one-sided, and that's kind of a shock to me. I thought it would be kind of like last night. But I don't know. Still don't really think it's necessary to panic if you're a Brewers fan. If you are a Brewers fan, a little bit nervous. I wouldn't be. Again, you guys have been very solid. But I don't know. Maybe there's a little bit. It's not nothing. It's a little bit of something. I'm not saying it's everything. It's a little something though. As again, it's just a mind thing. And again, you guys will be off for a little bit as well. You don't have to play any of the wild card round, so I don't know. But you guys should be fine. And of course, the Padres, they're trying to stay in it. We'll check the scores, of course, after the bottom of the sixth. But I mean, the Diamondbacks, they're still, in theory, still alive. So they have a lot to play for as they host again the Dodgers. Should I shave or grow out my mustache? I don't know. I mean, just kind of do what you want. Me, I'm lazy. That's why I have my facial hair. I would keep the beard all the time, but I wouldn't let it get long if I were not a lazy person. As here's the pitch. That's going to be breaking ball in there for a called strike. This is Jose Iglesias. 0 for 2, batting .226, OPS of .578, 2 homers, and 33 RBIs. I need to shave the stash, though. This is way too much. 0-1 count. Zimmerman rocks and fires. That's a grounder to short. Diving attempt by Ortiz. He can't get there. So like I said, rocks and fires on an 0-1. Why did I say that? This will be Bryce Johnson, who's 0 for 2, batting .348, OPS of .833, 1 homer, and 8 RBIs. You're not a beard guy. Can you not grow a beard? And that's okay if you can't. I mean, I have friends that don't and can't. As Zimmerman sets, kicks, and deals, that's going to be a grounder to short. Diving attempt by Ortiz, and he stops it this time, but is not able to make the throw. So back-to-back singles, as we're showing the same player again. That'll bring up Freddie Fermin, who's 0 for 2. He's batting .261, OPS of .665, homers, and 26 RBIs. Gotta get some sleep. Yeah, you as well. Have a good one. Have a good one. As Zimmerman sets, looks back at second. Kicks and deals. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Oh, 0-1 count, runners on first and second with nobody out here in the bottom of the sixth. The Padres all over the Brewers 6-0. Here's the pitch. That's going to be chopped to short. Ortiz throws to second. No, that was the wrong decision. And the bases are loaded. That was the wrong decision. And the bases will be loaded, as that will bring up Mason McCoy. You thought Firmino was a rookie? No, sir. Can't have a beard, just don't want to have one. Well, again, to each their own. Everyone. I don't know. I feel like the my generation, you know, the millennials, the zillennials, I don't really know what you would call. Like my I was born in the middle of the 90s, so we can kind of relate to both the millennials, like the analog age and also the digital age. But I don't know, we tend to like the beards. We like the beards. You know, we're a beard generation. Mason McCoy coming up to the plate, by the way, again, batting .158, OPS of .449, no homers, 1 RBI. He's 0 for 2 on the night. Again, there's bases loaded with nobody out. The Padres just looking for the knockout punch. And they're up 6-0, but some more runs here will pretty much put this out of reach based on how the game has gone. As Zimmerman will set kicks and deals. That is in there for a called strike. Who's this random Mason McCoy? Yeah, not familiar with him. I'll tell you what, though, again, you never give up on your dreams, folks. Again, 30 years old. You know, I mean, I'm sure he's went through a lot. But here he is. Here's the 0-1. Grounder to short. Throws home for out number 1. So the bases are still loaded, but now with 1 out. Luis Arias is 2 for 2 with the walk. Batting .288, OPS of 713, 8 homers, 61 RBIs. Freddie Fermin, Mason McCoy, any other double letter name? Give me a sec. Zimmerman kicks and deals. That's in there for a called strike. Again, taking all the way. Nothing on the starting lineup. Oh, and 1 count. Zimmerman sets, kicks and deals. That's going to be outside. And it's 1-1. Apparently, he also had a 2-run home run earlier. And again, if you're tuning in, like, well, weren't you calling the game? I actually was not in the first 3 innings. So apologies. 1-1 count. Zimmerman will set. And he deals. Grounder to second. Oh, what a play. There's 1 and 2. A double play. What a play by Bryce Turang. And he keeps it at 6-0. Oh, that is huge. Bryce Turang. Well, there he is right there. What a play. We head to the top of the 7th. Of course, the Padres still up 6-0. Folks, again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure you get into like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Again, this is what I do, folks. I call games. So, again, if you like football, if you like baseball, this is a great channel for you because we are definitely on the move as we just crossed 1,000 subs this past Saturday. 6 months ago, again, we were at 30 subs. Now, again, we're moving. So you may as well hop on the train right now. Seeing that the Rangers were just eliminated, I'm assuming they lost because I don't see them here. Yeah, I'm assuming they just lost. All right, well, we're going to check the scores anyway. So, again, appreciate you guys. And, of course, shout out Coffee Beans and Eduardo Hernandez for being Scoreboard sponsors. So, again, thank you very much for your support. All right, in the bottom of the 11th, oh my gosh, wow. The Marlins 6, Phillies 5, Dodgers leading 3-0 over the Diamondbacks. Diamondbacks have 2 men on but with 2 outs. Rockies leading 3-1 over the Mariners. The Royals leading 3-2 over the Angels. Giants leading 5-3 over the Cardinals. The Astros leading 1-1 over the A's. Final scores: the Orioles 6, the Rays 0, Indians 5, Tigers 2, Pirates 4, Reds 2, Yankees 3, White Sox 2, Royals 4, Blue Jays 1, Braves 3, Nationals 2, Mets 9, Cubs 7, and yes, the Twins have defeated the Rangers 4-1, and that is their season. That is their season. They need a minimum of 85, as that's going to be upstairs ball one. This is William Contreras, who's 0 for 2 on the night. He's batting .262, OPS of 761, 17 homers, 76 RBIs. As here's the 1-0. That's going to be popped up to right. And Laureano's going to make the catch for out number 1. That'll bring up Sal Frelick. So batting .290, OPS of 766, 12 homers, 63 RBIs on the season. 0 for 2. 0 for 2 on the night. He's sweating right now. Vasquez rocks and fires. That is going to be in there for a called strike. Vasquez at 97 pitches. So definitely getting up there. But they have a lot of faith in him. Again, he's had a really good night. As here's the 0-1. That's going to grounder to third. Throws to first for out number 2. Very quickly again, the Brewers going down. Two away here in the top of the 7th. That'll bring up Caleb Durbin. Durbin is batting .263, OPS of 736, 11 homers, 53 RBIs. As Vasquez rocks and fires. That's going to be popped up. And Iglesias makes the catch for out number 3. Again, the Padres making this look too easy, folks. 6-0 over the Brewers. Think you're going to head out? I don't blame you. I don't blame you, man. You have a good one. I don't blame you at all. Again, I started late, and it's a blowout, so I don't blame you. She's always kidding. Yes, sir. You have a good one. Again, appreciate you. I started late, and it's a blowout. Doesn't help at all. But again, appreciate you guys for hanging out with me. Make sure, again, if you haven't done so already, to like and subscribe for more play-by-play with Dr. Lay. This is what I do, folks. I call games. So definitely subscribe to the channel, guys. It's a growing channel. So, again, definitely do it. Football and baseball, that is what I do. But yeah, again, it's definitely been fun. And feel free to chat down below. Talk about whatever you'd like. Try to read as many comments as possible. Again, tomorrow we'll be doing the final game of the series, Brewers and Padres. Hopefully that's a good one. Tonight, not necessarily. And then after that, of course, covering my Pirates and the Reds. And then for one final time on Thursday, covering the Pirates for the final time this season. Of course, I could cover them this weekend, but it's just not going to happen with all the football going on. So, yeah. So Thursday will be a sad one for me, as I'll have to say goodbye to them until March. Xander Bogaerts will be coming up to the plate. He's 0 for 3. He's batting .261, OPS of 712. 10 homers, 49 RBIs on the season. Again, if you're just tuning in, it's been really just a one-sided game. 6-0, and the Brewers have no answer at all. Just nothing. We do have a new pitcher for the Brewers. We'll try to get you the information there. This is Tobias Myers, but we don't have it out there yet. So what the heck? There we go. All right, this is Tobias Myers, the new pitcher. 1-2, 3.74 ERA, whip of a 1.47. Last 7 appearances, 1.54 ERA with a whip of a 1.29. So pretty good, if I say so myself. New catcher is Danny Jansen as well, so Contreras is done. As Myers sets, kicks, and fires. That's going to be outside for ball 1. 1-0 count to Xander Bogaerts. Again, if you're just tuning in, it's 6-0 Padres over the Brewers. Myers fires. Grounder, and that's going foul. So the Phillies apparently have lost to the Marlins. Devastating blow there, as here's the 1-1. That's a swing and a miss, strike 2. So the Brewers, again, I think they just need 2 wins now to clinch the best record in baseball with the Phillies' loss. Here's the pitch. That's a ground ball. Actually, no, it's going to be chopped foul off the catcher. So, yes, the Phillies have lost to the Marlins. The Brewers just need 2 more. 2 more wins, and they officially will get the number 1 seed. Brooker needs to show some offense. This could be a potential playoff. I agree there, Mr. Green. This is very, I wouldn't say it's concerning, again, as that's inside 2-2, but it's definitely something, you know. You definitely need to beat these teams. You know, the Padres are home, but you really just need to show some competitiveness. They need to win tomorrow if they lose this one. As here's the 2-2. That's a ground ball to third. Durbin has it, throws to first for out number 1. You really just need to, you know, if you're the road team, you really need to take one and look competitive. Of course, last night they had it and they kind of blew it in extras, but yeah, Mr. Green, definitely it's a tough series so far. As Myers sets and fires. That's going to be upstairs, but it's called a strike. Again, this is Gavin Sheets batting .254, OPS of .757, 19 homers and 70 RBIs. 0 for 2 at the walk. Myers delivers. That's a swing and a miss. Strike 2. So 0-2 count to Sheets. And again, if you're just joining us, joining in this one, 6-0. Padres all over the Brewers. And again, I do apologize. You know, if you were wondering where I was earlier, that's outside ball 1. I was covering the Mets and the Cubs. And as soon as that one ended, I came here, and this one was in the 4th inning. 1-2 count. Myers kicks and deals. That's going to be in the dirt, 2-2. Since this game is slow, yeah, it is, I cut C.J. Stroud, Baltimore defense, and Jonnu Smith today. Find out if my wire. Okay. Good luck. Good luck with that. Here's the 2-2, and that's going to be low for ball 3. C.J., yeah, he's been definitely struggling. He has struggled a lot since his Caleb Williams thing last year. 3-2 count. Myers fires. Grounder to third. Durbin has a nice play. Throws to first. Gets him by half a step for out number 2. Yeah, no, I can definitely feel that it's. You guys can probably tell in the way I'm calling this game that it's slow. But that's just the way it can be sometimes. That'll bring up Ramon Laureano's 1 for 3, batting .282, OPS of .859, 24 homers and 76 RBIs. Myers fires. Grounder to the pitcher. He's going to toss it to first for out number 3. Nothing doing there for forever. It's been 0-0 for forever. It's 6-0 though on the scoreboard. Padres with the lead. Dr. DeLay, I've had a fever all day. Unusual for me. I'm fighting something. Body aches. Going to say good night. Yes, have a good night, Miss Gina. See you again soon. Appreciate it again for sticking with me again. I know this hasn't been the most exciting game since we've redirected here, but I really do appreciate you, and hopefully you feel well soon. Please get better soon, Miss Gina. Again, folks, you know I can't really sugarcoat this one. This is a not so great game. But this is what I do regardless. I call games. So again, if you're a football fan or a baseball fan, definitely like and subscribe. Again, it's a growing channel. Just 6 months ago, again, we were at 30 subs. Now we're over 1,000. So definitely subscribe and just hop on the train that's already growing and filling up. Definitely get on though and save a seat. We'll try to save you a seat because, yeah, again, it's a growing train. It's growing. It's a growing channel. Let's check out some scores because, again, it's been a little bit since we've done that. Again, thank you to all the subscribers and all the members and donors. Appreciate you guys so much. Coffee Beans and Eduardo Hernandez are the Scoreboard sponsors. So, again, thank you very much to you, too. Good night to all. Yeah, thank you again. Thank you so much. The Royals lead the Angels 3-2. The Dodgers leading the Diamondbacks 4-0. Rockies leading the Mariners 3-1. Giants leading the Cardinals 7-3. A's leading the Astros 2-1. Final scores: Orioles over the Rays 6-0. Indians over the Tigers 5-2. Pirates over the Reds 4-2. The Marlins again knocking off the Phillies 6-5 in extras. Yankees leading or have defeated the White Sox 3-2. Red Sox over the Blue Jays 4-1. The Braves over the Nationals 3-2. Mets over the Cubs 9-7, and the Twins over the Rangers 4-1. Due up for the Brewers is Jake Bauers, who's 0-for-1 with a walk. He's batting .233, OPS of .744, 7 homers and 27 RBIs. New pitcher for the Padres is Peralta. As here's the pitch, that's going to be in there for a called strike. And this is not Jake Bauers. This is Rhys Hoskins, so a pinch hitter. Batting .238. As here's the pitch, that's going to be upstairs. Ball one. OPS .753, 12 homers and 43 RBIs for Rhys Hoskins. As Peralta will deliver, and that's a swing and a miss, strike 2. New pitcher is Wandy Peralta, 6-1 with a 3.23 ERA, whip of a 1.33. Here's the 1-2 grounder, and that's going foul. So once again, a 1-2 count. Sacramento A's trying to finish out of the cellar. LO Painful need to get to Vegas. Yeah, they are. Yeah, that's a disaster over there. Here's the 1-2. That's going to be upstairs, and it's 2-2. The only baseball franchise more dysfunctional than the Pirates, I would say, is the A's. Very much. 2-2. Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside, and it's 3-2. 3-2 is the count, most likely only going till the top of the ninth. I mean, just don't see the bottom of the ninth happening today. Here's the 3-2. That's going to be hit to right, and that is going foul. Going to miss the Oakland A's. I missed the Oakland Raiders. I missed the San Diego Chargers. I missed the St. Louis Rams. I missed the Washington Redskins. I missed the Cleveland Indians. I miss a lot of teams. 3-2 count. Peralta sets and fires. That's going to be in there. Called strike 3. He struck him out. Hoskins couldn't believe it. I don't know what he was looking for. This is Blake Perkins. He's batting .225, OPS of .650, 3 homers and 19 RBIs. As Peralta sets, rocks and fires. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Perkins again 0-for-2 on the day, as most of the Brewers are, if they've only had 2 at-bats. Peralta delivers. That's going to be hit, and that's going to go foul, and it's quickly 0-2. (0-2) count to Blake Perkins. Peralta will set. Rocks and fires. That's going to be hit to right, and that's going to get down for a base hit. There we go. There's a hit for the Brewers. Maybe there's something exciting, potentially happening or not. I don't know. I'm torn between if I want this game to end or if I want an exciting game. I mean, it's almost over, but, some excitement would be nice. As Joey Ortiz coming to the plate, 0-for-2. He's batting .230, OPS of .595, 7 homers and 45 RBIs. Peralta will set. Rocks and fires. That is in the dirt, handled very well by Fermin, and it's 1-0. 1-0 as Ortiz steps back into the box. Peralta sets. Kicks and deals. That's going to be hit up the middle, and that's going to get down for a base hit. Back-to-back singles for the Brewers. That might be brewing something up here. That'll bring up Christian Yelich, who's 1 for 3 on the night. It's batting .267. OPS of 805. 29 homers and 102 RBIs. It looks like we're going to have a little bit of a mound visit here. So the Brewers have something happening with runners on first and second. Though, again, there is 1 out. Folks, again, appreciate you guys hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Again, if you like me when I'm somewhat disinterested in the game because the game hasn't been all that great, then you'll probably like me when I'm very interested in the game. So definitely like it up. Definitely sub it up as we are, again, a growing channel on our way to great things. And as always, again, feel free to chat down below if you'd like. Don't be a stranger. But if you want to, that's totally fine as well. As I can relate, as I'm usually the stranger. I'm me, I am the stranger. As Yelich steps in, again, it's a lefty-on-lefty Peralta versus Yelich. Runners on first and second, 1 out here in the top of the 8th. Peralta will set. Looks back at second, kicks and deals. That is way inside. And it's 1-0. Yelich again, 1 for 3 on the day as Peralta will set. Looks back at second, kicks and deals. That's a grounder to second. There's 1. And Yelich is able to beat out the throw to first. Almost a double play. Almost an inning ender. That'll bring up Jackson Chourio. He's 0 for 3. He's batting .271, OPS of 770, 20 homers, 77 RBIs. Again, a rough night for the Brewers offense as Chourio's kind of chilling. Now he's going to step into the box. Again, runners on the corners for the Brew Crew. Peralta will set. Kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Big swing. Fold him with the changeup below the knees. 0-1 to Jackson Chourio. Peralta delivers. That's a swing and I think it was a foul tip. So 0-2 count. JJ starting diamond zone. Oh, look at that. 0-2 count to Jackson Chourio. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. Brewers need something this inning if they have any chance in the 9th. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Peralta strands them all. We head to the bottom of the 8th. It's 6-0. Padres over the Brewers. Folks, again, appreciate you guys hanging out tonight. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Again, it's definitely a one-sided game. Ever since I started covering this game in the 4th inning, it's been 0 and 0, and then another 0. If you can throw in a 0 there, oh, yeah, there's another 0, 0, 0, 0, and a 0. So maybe I'm just bad luck, folks. I don't know. Just checking a short time, just finished the fever. Headed to bed lucky. Yeah, I'll probably be going to bed very soon as well. This game most likely not lasting much longer. Appreciate it. Again, thank you very much for checking on in. Folks, again, make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And yeah, then definitely do that. Definitely do that. And again, feel free to check out Snowman Multimedia. He covers sports as well. So again, if you're a sports fan, definitely check out Snowman Multimedia. That is not what I wanted to click. There we go. And thank you to all the members and the donors. Appreciate you guys. We'll check out some scores because why not? Why not? So again, thank you, Eduardo, and thank you, Coffee Beans, being the Scoreboard sponsors. Currently happening, Rockies leading 3-1 over the Mariners. Royals leading 5-2 over the Angels. Dodgers leading 4-1 over the Diamondbacks. So the Diamondbacks, again, they are fighting for their lives at this point. Giants 7, Cardinals 3. That's still happening in the A's. 3-1 over the Astros. Due up for the Padres, O'Hearn, Iglesias, and Johnson. As they just keep doing the same bright commercial. You probably see that my face is fairly bright. There it is. It's gone. Thank you. Jeez, that was bright as can be. Ryan O'Hearn batting .277, OPS of .798, 17 homers, and 62 RBIs. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in there, but not called a strike. O'Hearn is 2 for 3 on the night. Myers sets, kicks and deals. That's going to be in the dirt, and it's 2-0. Hoskins taking over at first. Former Philly. 2-0 count. Myers fires. Grounder to second. Throws to first for out number 1. That'll bring up Jose Iglesias, 1 for 3. He's batting .229, OPS of .583, 2 homers and 33 RBIs. Nick, how are you doing on your fantasy teams? I don't know how many fantasy teams you have, but let's just say your main one. How you doing there? Here's the pitch. That's going to be upstairs, and it's 1-0. Me, I have a mixed bag. The keeper league I've been a part of forever, 3-0. The other work league I'm in, so that's going to be low, 2-0. I'm 3-0 there. The money league I didn't really get to draft, 0-3, so very unfortunate. And then the 18-team league, I'm 0-3. 18 teams, you heard it correctly. 2-0, that's going to make it 3-0, as that one is low. So definitely a hit and miss for the fantasy teams for me this year. 3-0 count. Myers kicks and fires. That is in there for a called strike. 3-1 count to Jose Iglesias. Again, the Padres leading 6-0 here in the bottom of the 8th. Myers delivers. Iglesias hits this to left. Oh my goodness. A home run. Jose Iglesias hit one yesterday. Back-to-back games with home runs. Iglesias just doesn't do this. But he's doing very well against the Brewers. 7-0. The extra point has been tacked on. That'll bring up Bryce Johnson batting .357, OPS of .849, 1 homer, and 8 RBIs. Jeez, Myers will set as he faces Bryce Johnson. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, that is in there for a called strike. It's 0-1. 0-1 count. Again, Padres all over the Brewers tonight. Here's the pitch. That's going to be popped up. Perkins is under it and will make the catch for out number 2. 2 away. That'll bring up Freddie Fermin. Fermin's batting .261, OPS of .658, 5 homers and 26 RBIs. The former Royal. As Myers sets and fires. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. 0-1 count to Fermin. Nobody on. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. And the Padres up a touchdown. As Myers kicks and deals. That's a swing and a miss. Strike 2. And 2 count. As Fermin asks for time again. 7-0 for just tuning in. A one-sided affair. It's Myers. Rocks. And fires. That's going to be hit to right, and that's going to go foul. A fly out, line out, and a fielder's choice has been Fermin's night. Not a great night. Hasn't been able to join the fireworks for the Padres. As here's the 0-2, and Fermin sends this to left. Chourio is there to make the catch for out number 3. Well, for one final time, we will probably, I doubt we go to the bottom of the 9th, based on how it's gone for the Brewers. One final time, we head to a commercial break. 7-0 Padres over the Brewers. Once again, folks, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Again, this is what I do, folks. I call games. So if you enjoyed tonight's play-by-play, definitely like and subscribe. There's some technical issues over here. Please check your card, Rice. Okay, I will. Let's see here. Again, I'm having some issues here. I don't understand. So I don't know. Like I said earlier, I think I'll have to. I don't know. We're going to just ignore that, and we're going to just check out the scores from across Major League Baseball. You only do one, you're 2-1. Won by 3 points because of Gibbs. Nice. Very nice. Again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe. Of course, a special thank you to Coffee Beans and Eduardo Hernandez for being the Scoreboard sponsor. So, again, thank you guys so much. Currently happening, Royals up on the Angels 5-2. The Rockies lead the Mariners 3-1. Dodgers lead the Diamondbacks 4-3. Padres, of course, they're all over the Brewers in this one, 7-0. Giants all over the Cardinals 8-3. And the Athletics lead the Astros 4-1. For some reason, game day has been crashing, so we're just going to go and chill out over here on ESPN. So hopefully you guys like that, and if not, well, unfortunate, because that's all we got, because I'm tired of dealing with it. 7-0. Yeah, no, it's been a kind of a stinker, CeeLo. Hey, my friend, how are you doing tonight? I'm doing good. Let's go. Padres and Braves also. Yeah, no, I saw that one, Kenneth. Appreciate you. The Brewers are playing the Pirates. Thank you for doing the stream today. Yeah, you're welcome, George. I'm sorry that this one hasn't been the second one. Kind of a stinker. The second one was kind of a stinker. The first one, Mets Cubs, hey, we need some more of those. That was a good game. That was a great game. So Terang at the plate, he's 0-2. Matsui in. And Matsui kicks and deals. That is in the dirt, ball 1. You can't hear me. You can't hear me, Kenneth. That's not good. If anyone has problems with the audio, please let me know. I have my stream right here, because here's the 1-0, and I hear myself. That's going to be inside tuning. You might have to start over your YouTube. We had some problems with that earlier. Some people were saying the mic was not good, but once they backed out of the app and came back in, everything seemed to be fine. 2-0 count. Matsui rocks and fires. That is in there for a called strike. Though that one was pretty low. Of course, if you can't hear me, then how am I supposed to communicate with you, Kenneth? Now that I just thought about that. Oh, man, that's a problem. 2-1 count. Matsui rocks and fires. Terang hits this to left center. At the warning track, though, he's able to make the catch. Johnson, route number 1. That'll bring up Jansen, who's pinch hitting for Contreras. So he doesn't have a at-bat today. Joe Burrow was my starter, put him on IR, got Stafford now. You're getting 210 from the Jags tonight. They like him at Jackson. 210. I don't even know who 210 is. 210. I have no idea. As here is the pitch. That swing and a miss. That didn't really make sense on the English part, but it is what it is. He swung and missed. That was a swing and a miss. That's probably what I wanted to say. I'm tired, folks. Jansen, by the way, batting .205, OPS of .684, 12 homers, 33 RBIs on the season. Here's the 0-1, and that is low for 1-1. Kenneth, Pirates wanted a MLB game day problems. Yeah, so it wasn't just me. Okay, I was wondering, CeeLo, because that's twice now that it's happened. 1-1 counts. Matsui delivers. That is upstairs, and it's 2-1. So I was wondering, I'm like, that happened twice. I'm like, well, we're going to stop. That literally just happened the second time. 2-1 count as Matsui sets. Kicks and deals. That is upstairs, and it's 3-1. Raleigh up fourth this inning in the Mariners-Rockies game. See if he can. Yeah, no, he may as well. That's what he does. He hits stingers. 3-1 count. Matsui sets. Kicks and deals. That's going to be popped up. Shallow right, and the right fielder, Laureano, is going to make the catch. And there's two away, and they are down to their final outs. And my suffering will end. Because this game, not a good one, folks. Sal Frelick coming to the plate, 0 for 3 on the night, batting .290 on the season. Rhino, how's it going? How's it going? Yeah, it's going. It's going over here. This game, thumbs down. Thumbs down, folks. Matsui delivers. That's going to be hit. And that's going to go foul. Who's leading the NFL poll? I don't really know. Again, it's, that one. Like I said, if things go potentially, so right now it's Jaguars-Niners, but again, a great point was made. If there's a baseball game that comes down to a win and in, I might be doing Baseball Sunday. So we'll see. 0-1, here is the pitch. That is going to be in the dirt, and it's a 1-1. What a difference from last night. Yeah, no, for sure. Completely. Which, again, I was covering Mets and the Cubs earlier. That was a great game, so I got my great game in earlier. And I joined this one in the fourth, and it's pretty much been all zeros except for one at bat, and that was a home run by Iglesias. Here's the 1-1. Frelick hits this to center, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. So Frelick is aboard. And that'll bring up Caleb Durbin, who's 0 for 3 on the night. A lot of 0-fers on the night, by the way, if you're a Brewers player. Durbin's batting .263 on the season. Matsui Sex. By the way, folks, definitely check out Rising Rhino for all your football needs. As here's the pitch. That is upstairs, ball one. So, yeah, if you're a football fan, definitely check out Rising Rhino. He's got you for the NFL, college football, Canadian football, the European League of Football, the UFL. So, yeah, no, all the football all the time on Rising Rhino. 1-0 counts. Matsui sets, kicks, and deals. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Glad you have the redirect. Yeah, again, I'll try to redirect as well. I've been redirecting to, Rising Rhino, Pure Adrenaline, play-by-play with JJ, Birdwatcher. As here's the 1-1. That's going to be a tapper to Matsui. Throws to first, and that is the ball game. 7-0 Padres win by a touchdown over the Brewers. What a game. Ghost Rose every now and then. I don't know if you guys really know him. And then Jaguar Gator, I do redirect to him every now and then if there's no one else on and it's late. Because he's actually kind of the inspiration of the channel. He's actually the type of channel I would try to be honest with you. And that's kind of why I don't want to just call one team. I do want to, in a perfect world, yeah, I can cover every Pirates game, but who wants to cover the Pirates? Nobody. You know who wants to watch the Pirates? Nobody. Who wants to listen to Dr. DeLay cover the Pirates? Not many. And I don't blame them. You know, why would they? Why would they? So, yeah, no. That's why I kind of want to be a jack-of-all-trades kind of guy. But anyway, folks, I do appreciate you guys for hanging out. The Mets magic number is 5. Well, look at that. Yeah, I was trying to refresh this so we can look at the standings here. I don't know if it's going to update, but yeah, the Mets, again, they're 81-76 now. So they just need to, I mean, ideally you take another one from the Cubs. You're playing at Wrigley, so it's pretty tough. I mean, if you get 2, that's good. The Reds probably will most likely win the last 2 games against the Pirates. So it's, yeah, I don't know. Good game. Good job, Doc. We'll try to check in. Okay, well, thank you very much, Mr. Green. Appreciate it. Again, I appreciate you guys hanging out. Again, I know it was a kind of a stinker. If you like baseball today, you really didn't like this one. Unless, of course, you were a Padres fan. Then you probably did. So you got one more Braves game left. Okay, so you're doing Pirates, Braves on Friday. Yeah, my last one's Thursday. My last Pirates game is on Thursday. But yeah, like I said, depending on what happens on Sunday, you know, if there's a win and in situation, I may go ahead and forego the afternoon slate of football, and I'll just do the Steelers-Vikings baseball game, and then I'll do my first Sunday night game as well. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Again, I don't know. Well, thank you, Ghost Rose. Appreciate you. But, yeah, I will probably call it there, folks, because, again, there's really not much else to say. Again, this game is over. The Padres winning. I believe the Dodgers were still winning, but we can check that. That's kind of interesting. The Diamondbacks. Huh. I don't know if you guys want to stay, and if you don't have to, I might just kind of watch this game. If we have an audience here, I might cover the remainder of this Dodgers-Diamondbacks game. There's a pitch that's going to be inside. Interesting. I'm going to go ahead and cover this, folks, because what do we have here is we have the Dodgers winning 4-3 over the Diamondbacks, but we have runners on first and second for the Diamondbacks with just 1 out. Interesting indeed. What do we have here? Here's the pitch. That's going to be right down the middle for a called strike. So, I mean, you guys can go, and that's fine with me. If we have, you know, some people here, I'll stay. If not, I'll watch this game off camera. Right now, Vesia's facing Alexander. Alexander's 0 for 3 on the night. So, wouldn't the one-game playoff be on Monday? Oh, I meant just like the win and in situation, CeeLo, for Sunday. But yeah, if they tie, well, actually, I've heard that apparently they don't do the one-game playoff anymore. They actually do straight-up tiebreakers now. 1-1 count. Vesia sets, kicks. Oh, it's going to try to throw back to second. He does not. Carroll is back safe and sound. I'll stay for bonus baseball. There we go. Yeah, no, this is interesting. Thank you for another Padre play-by-play. Be back for the next one, or if you ever do a Sunday, Monday night Charger game. Okay. Hey, I've done Chargers already twice, I believe, this year. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't. We'll see, Cisco, for sure. Appreciate it. 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. That is way upstairs, and it's 2-1. Throw to second, and he is out. The double steal was on. I don't think that was worth it at all. I don't know why in the world the Diamondbacks would even try that, but that was not worth it in my opinion. Carroll, though, is at third, so you do have a runner 90 feet away. But, geez, bring it, Doc, 9 p.m. here, nothing else going on. I gotcha. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys for, again, for hanging out. And, again, they're going to check this. I guess they're going to review it, but, again, I don't know why in the world they would even try this. So the throw here to Edman at second. And, oh, my goodness, let me tell you what. Moreno might have just finessed Edman. Oh, man, this is going to be interesting. Just found you in sub. Okay, awesome. Thank you again, Cisco. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Yeah, like I said, I've covered 2 Chargers games. It really just depends on the primetime games. But the afternoon slate is voted on by the subscribers. So, for example, like the last game last week, Broncos-Chargers, though, again, like I did say, there is a poll up that might overrule this one because the people have spoken. And if there's a win-and-in situation on Sunday, we may be covering that. But if everything's decided by Sunday, then I will probably call Jaguars-Niners. So that is what is happening. So, again, they're reviewing this play. It was a double steal. He was initially called out. But, again, I think on that replay, he looked good. But it is the Dodgers, folks. We want to keep that in mind. If you guys are thinking LA bias here. Let me go ahead and turn on the mic so I can actually hear what's going on. I just turned it off. Okay, 1,000 IQ. Are they going to call him out? Wow. Hold on, let me. Okay, so they're saying he was out. Interesting. I don't know. It looked fine to me on the replay, but anyway, okay, so it's a 2-1 count here. 2 outs. Runner on third. Again, the D-backs could make it interesting. And, of course, the Padres could use this Dodgers loss. But, of course, the Dodgers leading at the moment. Here's the 2-1. Grounder. And that is just foul down the left field line. Oh, man. Just a foul ball again. Personally, I think that double steal wasn't worth it. Even though I think he did get it on the replay. I don't know. You guys could look it up later and decide for yourselves. But that was just not worth it in my opinion. 2-2 count. I guess they were banking on them throwing the third with Carroll. I'm not too sure. Vesia sets. Kicks and deals. That is upstairs, and it's 3-2. Vargas is on deck. It's almost like a completely different team in some areas since the trade deadline. 3-2 counts to Alexander. Vesia sets. Rocks and fires. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Like I said, was not worth it in my opinion. We head to the top of the ninth. The Dodgers lead 4-3 over the Diamondbacks. If you're just tuning in, yes, the Padres have won. I'm just kind of covering the end of this one because this one is kind of important. The Diamondbacks, of course, fighting for their playoff lives. And the Dodgers, of course, I believe they're 2 games up on the Padres as of now. You know, a loss here would make it a game and a half back. So definitely a lot of interesting stuff happening as we close things down for the season and, of course, the night. I'm exhausted. Oh, no, it's okay. You guys are 2 games back. So Padres could still, in theory, win the division. Folks, though, if you are joining in and like what you hear, if you like what you see, folks, like and subscribe. If you're a sports fan, baseball fan, football fan, definitely do it because this is a sports channel. So, again, I appreciate you guys hanging out. And, of course, definitely like and subscribe. Tomorrow I will be covering, when I get home, I'm doing a half day at work. I'll be covering The final game of the Brewers and Padres. Right after that is going to be Pirates and the Reds. I don't think I do anything Wednesday late, so I do apologize for, well, really, Nick. He's the one that works the overnight shift. But, of course, I got you Thursday night again for your Cardinals. I will be setting that stream up tomorrow. After the Pirates-Reds, I'll be sure to get all of the Thursday slate. Going to try to do 3 games on Thursday. Maybe it's just the 2 Pirates-Reds and then the football game. I'm not too sure. But yeah, again, we're a growing channel, folks. So, again, if you're joining in and haven't yet subscribed, you might as well do it now because you're going to do it eventually because there's some great stuff happening on the channel. New pitcher is Ryan Thompson. He has a 3.99 ERA. And he'll be tasked with keeping this to 4-3. Another game. No, we're just finished things out here in Arizona. As Thompson delivers, that's going to be hit to center. But that is caught for out number 1. No, we're just we're just finishing things up here. As this is definitely an interesting situation. Again, the Diamondbacks fighting for their playoff lives, and the Dodgers. If they lose a few games, the Padres could go ahead and sneak it out. And go ahead and Padres could win the divisions. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Maybe we do college football. I'm definitely doing college football on Saturday. College football has been very good to me. So we're going to keep that going. That is like almost non-negotiable. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be chopped to second. Throws to first for out number 2. Very quickly, 2 outs. So, I'm definitely doing college football on Saturdays. We're going to keep that going. It's a lot on the voice. 3 football games back to back to back because that's what it's going to be. I have to make those thumbnails very soon. I'll have to do them. Probably tomorrow or Thursday, but all right, this is Tommy Edman. He's 0 for 3 on the night. Thompson delivers. That is inside, and it's 1-0. Delay, hope you're having a blast. I'm here. I'm exhausted, but I'm like, well, I'm going to watch this game. Might as well just call it. If there's anyone that was interested in listening to it, as that's going to be hit to shallow left. Is it going to drop? It will not be. That's going to be dropping in the glove. Tawa with an amazing sliding catch. And just like that, we're headed to the bottom of the ninth. The Diamondbacks will have one last chance to either tie it or flat out win it all. 4-3 is your score. Dodgers leading the Diamondbacks. But yeah, I'm tired. I'm ready for bed. That's what I am. I do work tomorrow again. Again, it's only a half day, but when I get home, it's time to go stream. Maybe I can try to get off a little earlier and just take a nap. I didn't get to take a nap. I barely gotten any sleep the last few days. Jeez, woke up early Monday for the Rhino and Delay show. I only slept for like 4 hours. And then, 4.5 hours. Then, I couldn't sleep really well last night. So, it's been rough off camera, but we're hanging out. Maybe do some baseball. Nope, not happening this Saturday, Kenneth. Nope. No baseball this Saturday. Momentum defensive play. Go Snakes. This is a huge game. Again, the Padres, they're probably looking at this one because, again, the Padres could, and they still have a shot to win the NL West. They need the Diamondbacks' help. The Diamondbacks, of course, fighting for their playoff lives. They got a tough series here against the Dodgers. But, I'm not going to pass up any college football games. And, again, they're not the most popular college football games, but they're popular for the channel. So that seems to be what is working. All right. Again, folks, we are here in the bottom of the ninth. It's bonus coverage here on Dr. Delay. The Dodgers leading 4-3 over the Diamondbacks. Make sure again to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already, folks. Again, this is the sports channel. It's a sports channel, so again, if you are a sports fan, definitely like and subscribe. Baseball and football, that is what I do. A little bit of college basketball as well, but that's, of course, going to be happening as we get closer to the March Madness tournament and the conference tournaments. So Tanner Scott going to be closing it out, or attempting to, as Vargas is at the plate. Here's the pitch. That is inside for ball one. Vargas is 1 for 3 on the night. Scott sets. Kicks and deals. Checked his swing. Did he go? The umpire says he did. 1-1. One and 1 to Vargas here in the bottom of the ninth. Nobody outs, nobody on. Scott sets. Here's the pitch. That's going to be low. And it's 2-1. Update on another game. The Giants lead the Cardinals 8-7 in the bottom of the seventh. Again, that one, the Giants are pretty much done. But, I mean, I guess in theory, if they win out, they have a shot. But it's a slim chance as that's going to be chopped foul, and it's 2-2. Giants didn't look good over the weekend. So they're at 80 losses, so yeah, it's pretty much over for them. 2-2 count to Vargas. Scott kicks and deals. That is in the dirt. Actually, it hits his foot. Vargas is taken off to first. I don't know if the umpire was going to appeal it or not. Like, hey, I don't know if that hit you. Yep, that hit him. That's going to bring up Tim Tawa. So for 1 on the night, batting .212. So runner on first. Scott will set. Looks over at first again. Showing bunt. Pulls away. That is high for ball one. Yankees clinch the playoffs. I figured that would happen. OPS of 644, by the way, for Tawa. 7 homers on the year as well. As Scott will set. Kicks and deals. Showing bunt. Pulls away. That's inside 2-0. Count to Tawa. It's a packed house there in Arizona. Scott sets, kicks and deals. Showing bunt, pulls back, and it's 3-0. Scott looks off. James McCann, the catcher, is going to be due up. As it's 3-0 again to Tim Tawa. Scott will set. Rocks and fires. Showing bunt. Pulls back. That's inside. And it's ball 4. A hit by pitch. And then a 4-pitch walk. And again, Tawa was showing bunt pretty much the whole time. So he was trying to give himself up. He was trying to hey, just going to go ahead and sacrifice myself. But you know what? Scott was like, I'm good. You're good. You can just go to first anyway. So Mark Pryor is going to come out and chat with Scott a little bit. Again, runners on first and second. James McCann at the plate. He's 1 for 3 and an RBI double in the 7th. Eventually came across the score. Batting .255, OPS of 771, 5 homers, and 17 RBIs on the season. The Diamondbacks with a chance. That's all you need. The Diamondbacks would be such a wild card for sure if they got in. I'm just saying. They would wreak some havoc. Showing bunt. It is down and it is foul. They can beat anybody. And they could also lose to anybody. That is the Diamondbacks. They've been that way all year long. They've been pretty much 500 all year long. And here we are again. They still have a chance because of the Mets' collapse. Of course, again, they won today, but you never know. Scott looks back at second. Kicks and deals, showing bunt. It is popped up, and that is going foul. 0-2. I doubt McCann shows bunt again. That would be dumb. Clearly doesn't look like he wants to bunt. Once again, 0-2 to James McCann. Runners on first and second, nobody out. You like McCann? I hope he walks it off. Hey, we'll see. Showing bunt again. It's down, and it is fair. Throws to first and gets him by a step. McCann with a great bunt, moving both runners to second and third. And that should bring up Jorge Barosa. Has no at-bat today. He's batting 150, though, on the season. So, again, runners on second and third. Scott will set. Barosa steps into the box. Kicks and deals. That is in there for a called strike. 1 home run, 6 RBIs on the year for Barosa. OPS of 409. Not familiar with him at all. This is my first time watching him. Definitely a small guy. Scott will set. Kicks. Showing bunt. It's down. The squeeze, and it's fouled. Oh, man, that would have been a... Oh, wow, that would have been crazy. Bunt really would have been, I don't know. That I think if it stayed fair, I think the runner at third would have been out. Oh, and 2 count to Barosa. Again, Scott on for the save situation. Looking rough. Again, runners on second and third with 1 out. Scott sets. Kicks and deals. Barosa hits this to left at the warning track, and it's caught for out number 2. But that is going to tie things up in Arizona. We are tied. I can't believe it. If it goes to extras, I'm going to just die over here. Oh, my gosh. Didn't expect that. But, hey, hopefully I'm pulling for the – I'm just flat out pulling for the Diamondbacks at this point. I'd like to see the end of the game. Perdomo at the plate. He's 1 for 4 on the day. Batting .290 on the season. Perdomo, again, very solid. Here's the pitch. Perdomo takes inside, and it's 1-0. McCann is a power hitter, not a bunter. Well, that was interesting. He had a good bunt, though. 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be low, and it's 2-0. Now, you don't want to walk Perdomo because Marte is on it. Would be on deck. 2-0 count. It is loud. Chase Field right now. 2-0 count. Scott sets. Kicks and deals. That is in there, and it's called a strike. Despite trading away plenty of players, the Diamondbacks still have some guys for sure. It's pretty impressive. 2-1 count. As Scott sets, kicks and deals. That is low, and it's 3-1. Marte just chilling on deck. Here's the pitch. Checked his swing. Did he go? He did. Oh, man. 3-2. Tawa at second. Waiting to be brought home. Scott sets. Rocks and fires. That's going to be hit, and that's going to get down. Rounding third, heading for almost Tawa. Throw to the plate. He is safe. The Diamondbacks have just walked it off against the Dodgers. Another blown save for Tim Scott. Oh, my goodness. The Diamondbacks will move to 80-77. They're still alive, folks. They are still alive. And the Dodgers fall to 88-69. And they're only a game and a half up on the Padres now. So, Padres, it's all yours for the taking. I mean, not necessarily, but hey, you guys can. The Padres could definitely make this happen. The Diamondbacks, again, now you find yourself. What, you guys are what, 80? Yeah, you're 80-77. So you find yourself right there. I don't know what the heck happened here, but yeah, you guys are pretty much right there. You guys are only a game back of the Mets. Hey, cool, right? I mean, it's all on my end. Just checking if something's up. Reach out. Yeah, we're cool. Horace, are you okay? Everything's fine. I'm sorry. Yeah, everything's fine. I promise. Yes, go Snakes. But yeah, boom. Yeah, no, it was a great, and thank you for the for everything. That was nice. But yeah, you guys all have a great night. I am tired. I am glad that finished at 9. Kind of makes up for the Padres thing there, because that was pretty bad, folks. That was not a good game to call. But yeah, you guys all have a great night. I am tired, and I'm going to go to bed, and then I'll be back. I'm gonna go to work, half day, come back, call Brewers Padres, and then Pirates and the Reds. That's what I'll be doing tomorrow. And then, yeah. And then my final Pirates game on Thursday. That'll be very sad for me, but hey, it is what it is. All right, you guys have a great rest of your night, and I will see you guys later. Thank you again for hanging out, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.